Hi everybody, my name is Christopher Rimar and today I am doing a solo playthrough of Everdell. Everdell is a game for 1 to 4 players designed by James A. Wilson back in 2018. And in Everdell you will be moving out on this board here, collecting resources with your workers, starting with 2. Following that up with playing cards, spending those resources. Put your cards into your own tableau here, basically your city in the wondrous valley of Everdell. These cards will give you points as well as special abilities over the course of the game, as well as endgame scoring conditions. We'll go over all of that as it comes up. But this is basically the flow of the game. You will gather resources, you will play cards, and when you're done for the season, you will pass, you will get more workers to use in the next season. And the game is played over 4 seasons, so basically winter, spring, summer, and autumn. And then you will count off all the points, and whoever has the most points is the winner. Now in the solo experience, I would be playing against a solo opponent. I think he's called Rugworth, and he is represented by these red squirrels here. So he will do a couple of things. He will block off some of the worker placement spots, making them unavailable for me, as well as play cards into his own tableau over here, using this die in order to determine which card he takes from the meadow here. And these cards will be sorted based on card type basically, and they will score him points, and he will also be able to achieve some of the standard events up here. So before beginning, I think we should determine some things. So on my turn, I can do one of 3 things. So I could either use one of my workers and place it on any of the available worker placement spots on the board, or I could play a card either from my hand or from the meadow here. The third thing I could do is pass, and pass means preparing for the next season. When doing that, I will receive a certain number of workers, either 1 or 2 workers, depending on which season I am preparing for. So that is basically what I can do on a single turn. Now these different workers placement spots will give me various combinations of resources and cards basically, and also victory points in some cases. Now there are some standard locations up here which are present in every game, but then we have these 3 which are unique for this particular game. Whenever you're playing a card, you have to spend the specified number of resources. I should also mention that there are 2 basic card types. There are constructions and there are critters. And those of you who are familiar with a game called 7 Wonders, in that game you know there are certain buildings that when you construct them, you are able to build cards later for free. The same concept applies here, so many of the constructions will give you the ability to build a critter for free. So that is an important concept to keep in mind, because you will need these combos in order to really make the most of your resources, not spending resources when you can actually gain cards for free, because resources are kind of scarce. You know, you only start out with 2 workers. So I think we should start playing Everdell. I think I should first of all go out and get some resources. Now looking at my cards here, let's see for a moment. This one is actually completely 3. I think these green cards here, I probably should try to get them out in this first round, because they will give me income during the course of the game when preparing for the next season. I have a husband there. Now the husband is great if I manage to pair it with my wife, as well as build a farm, because the farm, if I build a farm, I will be able to put my husband there for free. Tough call here. Maybe I should go for this one first. Alright, but I should go out and get some resources. So I think I will be going... yeah, I'll go to this spot. So it will give me 2 resin and 1 twig. resin and 1 twig, like so. So that was my first action, very simple. All right, I think I should try and get a pebble and perhaps some cards. You know what? No, I will go for the 2 twigs and a card. So another 2 twigs, and I'll draw a card from the deck. A palace. Now this symbol right here, that this is an endgame scoring card. So for example, the palace is it's a unique construction. It will give me 4 victory points at the end of the game, as well as 1 victory point for each unique construction in my city. And it will also let me build the queen for free. So that is a great card to have. Now you can only have, I think, up to 8 cards at any given time in your hand. So that's important to keep in mind. All right, so I have my 3 twigs and 2 resin. Then I think I am ready to build this farm here. So I'll take this farm from the meadow, paying 2 twigs and 1 resin, and I'll put it like so. Maybe just like so. So whenever I'm building a card, it is Rugworth's time to do the same. So we will run this die here, and number 2 lets him take the second card here in the meadow for free, basically just taking it. So that is a green card, so we'll put that over here, and we replenish the meadow immediately, and we continue. All right, so what to do next? Well, since I built the farm here, I am able to place this husband, or let's backtrack a bit. So when building this farm, it says gain 1 berry, and whenever I'm building one of these cards, I get the bonus immediately. So I should actually have acquired one of these on my last turn. So I think I should put out this husband and hope for a wife coming up later, because right now there is no wife in sight, and not in my hand and not in the meadow. Let's see, can I build? No, that is not available. So I'll play this husband for free since I had my farm here. Whenever I'm using this build a card for free ability, I take one of these and I mark that card to just basically to show that I've already used that, because I can only use the ability once. So if I were to build a wife later, I cannot do it based on this farm. I would have to either play the cost for that wife or build another farm first. All right, so that was my turn. And since I built a card, the Rugworth will get one as well. So he takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, number 5 here, another green card. So we'll put it over there like so. We replenish. Oh, a peddler. So the peddler that just came out there, it actually builds off the ruins here. So perhaps, that's an interesting option. So yeah, so without thinking too much, I think I'll build this ruins here. So this ruins card actually cost me nothing. So whenever I'm building it, discard a construction from your city, gain resources equal to that construction's cost, and draw 2 cards. I don't know if I want to do that right away. Because if I were to play this card, I would have to activate the ability right away. So I would have to discard this farm here, and I'm not ready to do that, I think. We might have to prepare for the next season actually, so because I have a bad combination of resources on my hand. Yeah, so we will prepare for the next season. So my workers, they come home. We prepare for spring, I get another worker. And Rugworth will also get his worker. Now, he will not obviously use it for anything other than he will block off the top card here, or the top left card in the meadow, making it unavailable for me, although Rugworth himself will be able to play it. This one moves counterclockwise, and this one moves to the resin spot here. I think that is all we're doing in the cleanup for the next season. So, moving on to spring. First, I forgot a very important point when preparing for season. I should activate my green buildings. So I will gain a berry from the farm. Unfortunately, I will not get anything from my husband because he is not yet paired with his wife. We really need to get a wife for this guy. Well, okay. So I will go here. I will get a resin as well as a card from the deck. A post office. Interesting. Right. Okay, so I've put out a worker. Moving on to the next turn. I will go here, letting me draw 3 cards and get 1 pebble. I already have 6 cards on my hand, so I only get to draw 2 cards. A woodcarver and a school. Now the school is nice. It will give me 1 point for each common critter in my city. Now common critters are fairly easy to get a lot of in your city. Perhaps I should try build that one. We'll see. Okay, and I should pick a pebble as well from this spot here. So yeah, I would have to go here to get 3 twigs. All my workers are out in the field now, so I better get to work with those precious resources. So I'll play this school here for 2 twigs and 2 resin, and it will give me 2 victory points as well as 1 victory point for each common critter in my city. Right now I only have 1 of those, but they will hopefully become more abundant as the game progresses. Alright, I got a card. Rugworth will get his card. He gets the first one here. Getting dangerously close to having 4 green cards, making him eligible for one of the common events up here. Back to me. I should probably try to get this teacher while it's available. So since I have the school here, I get to play the teacher for free. Marking that off, remembering that we've used the ability. So while I play the teacher, I get to draw 2 cards, keep 1. Now my hand is already 7 cards, so I only get to draw 1 card. So since I got a card, Rugworth will also get a card. The third one. Alright. Another green card. Oh boy. This is not pretty. Okay, what should we go for? I have 2 berries, 2 twigs, and a pebble. Okay, let's do something crazy. Because my options are quite limited. Okay, so I'll play the ruins here. I get to discard a construction from my city, gain resources equal to that construction's cost, and draw 2 cards. Alright. So I will destroy the farm here. My precious farm. We should just add it to a discard. Like so. Maybe up here. So I'll get 2 twigs and a resin. believe that was my turn. Oh, I get to draw 2 cards, although, yeah, so I only get to draw 1 up to my hand limit of 8. Oh, that was actually a good one. Okay. Since I got a card, Mr. Rugworth here will also get a card. So the third one goes to him. We replenish like so. And it's my turn again. They should move over. So I think I'm going to build this storehouse because it will allow me to build a wood carver later. Yeah, I should definitely do that. And then perhaps a ranger. Okay, I think I got a master plan now. Okay, so the storehouse. 1 twig, 1 resin, 1 pebble. To the supply, and the storehouse is built. Now I may place either 3 wood, 2 resin, 1 pebble, or 2 berries onto this card, and this basically is another worker placement spot. So at a later turn, I could place one of my workers here and retrieve whatever resources are on it. So what should I put there? This is actually a tough call. I think I should put some berries. Yeah, I'll put 2 berries. Okay. So, since I got a card, Rugworth will also get his card. Number 5, so he gets the peddler here. Another green card. Alright. He's really doubling down on the greens. Okay, so my turn. Since I got my storehouse here, I could play the wood carver for free. So I will do that. So the wood carver. You may pay up to 3 twigs to gain 1 point each. I got 3 twigs here. Is it worth it? It might be actually. Yeah. So I'm paying 3 wood in order to gain 3 victory points. Awesome. Alright. Back to Rugworth. He will get a card as well. Number 7. This fancy little inn over here. So I should move these over for room. So he gets an inn. We replenish the meadow. And back to me. Alright. I think my plan was to build this ranger. And it will cost me my 2 last berries. But it will give me the opportunity to move one of my deployed workers to a new location. I think this was my master plan, so I'll put him out like so. Pay 2 berries to the supply. And I actually would like to, let's see, I think this is my best option as of now. So I'll move one of my workers, doesn't matter which one. But I will move him since I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 green buildings in my city. I am eligible to go here to do this basic event here. So it's the Harvest Festival. Whenever one has collected 4 green cards, I get to collect this 3 victory points going to the Harvest Festival. So I'll do that. All right. Back to my friend here, and since I played a card, he also gets to play a card. Number 6. Alright, the general store. Another green card. I shouldn't be surprised at this point. Alright, I'm out of resources. Can I play any cards for free, I wonder? I will prepare for the next season. So, we're going into summer. I get my workers back. I now have a total of 4 workers available for the next season. And Rugworth will get one as well. We will put that on the second card here in the meadow, and he will move like so and like so, and then we will check if he is eligible for any of the basic events. Now I picked this one for the green cards, so I don't think he is eligible for any of the others, no. So we will move on to summer. I've got 4 workers, I've got no resources, so I should probably try to get some more. So, what's the plan here? Oh, right, when going into summer, I forgot. When preparing for summer, so you get to pick 2 cards from the meadow, although, yeah, I actually have room in my hand for 2 cards. Picking 2 cards, I think I'll go for the Resin Refinery, as well as... Oh, the Postal Pigeon is nice though. So I'll leave this here. I'll take the Post Office as well as the Evertree. Hopefully I'll get to build that one. Oh, a wife. Nice. Okay. So I have a wife here. I should really try to get that one. It's a nice card, although it requires, right now it requires 2 berries, which I do have over here. Perhaps I should go here and get these resources. Yeah. So I'll take these 2 berries with my worker, and on my next turn I will take this wife. I will pay these 2 berries, and the special thing with the wife and the husband is that they go in the same spot here in my city, because as I mentioned in the beginning, there is a limit for of 15 cards in my city. So that is an efficient use of space, I think. So the wife will give me 3 extra victory points, so a total of 5 victory points at the end of the game when paired with a husband. Alright, so we replenish the meadow. And we roll the die for Rugworth, and he gets number 8, the Historian, and it goes over here because it's a new card type, and we replenish like so, and it's my turn. Tough call, really. I mean, I need a lot of resources in general. I should probably just go here, get 2 resin and a twig, and so for this I need 3 of these card types, and I currently have 2 of those. So I could try to build this one, but then I would have to spend these 2 resin and a twig. So pebbles are difficult to get at this point. So we should go with what we got here. Alright. So I'll play the Post Office. Costs me 1 twig, 2 resin. So this is a new worker placement spot. Whenever I go here, I may give an opponent 2 cards, then discard any number of cards and draw up to my hand limit. Well, I mostly built it because I wanted to build this Postal Pigeon for free afterwards. Alright, since I built a card here, Rugworth gets number 7. Another green card. We replenish. Oh, the Queen. So if I get to build the palace, I can take the Queen here for free. Okay, moving on. I think I should play the Postal Pigeon now. So since I got the Post Office, I get to build it for free. Putting that as a reminder. So I get to reveal 2 cards. You may play one worth up to 3 victory points for free and discard the others. So let's hope for something good here. Okay, we got a cemetery and a chapel. So the cemetery, I think I already have that on my hand. chapel, place 1 victory point on this chapel, then draw 2 cards for each victory point on this chapel. Yeah, so I'll build this one for free. It's 2 victory points and potential for even more. I discard this one, and since I built 2 cards, I wonder if Rugworth also gets to play 2 cards. So it's not very clear in the rules, but let's say he also gets to play 2 cards. So we will roll the die twice. Number 7, so he unfortunately takes the queen. We put it like so, and we replenish, and we roll the die once more. Number 3, so he gets another green card, and we replenish. All right, so I got my 2 workers, so I am eligible for another event here, but I'm not sure if I should go for it because I'm completely out of resources. Since I have the chapel here, I really would like to find a shepherd because I get to play the shepherd for free, but I can't see anyone right now. So you know what? It is probably worth it to go here. You know what? I'll go here first. So I get to place 1 victory point on the chapel, then draw 2 cards for each victory point on the chapel. So I'll draw these 2 cards, a fool and a farm. All right. I'll go here. But then, let me think for a moment. Yeah, okay, I could do that later. So I'll go here. I'll take these 3 twigs here. And for my next turn, I will play a farm. No, actually, I can't do that yet. But I will take this peddler. Since I have the ruins here, I get to play the peddler for free. And since I played it for free, I'll mark the ruins off, like so. So whenever I play this card, I may pay up to 2 resources of any kind and gain an equal amount of resources of any other kind. So I will exchange one of the twigs for a resin, like so. And since I played a card, Rugworth gets his card. Number 5, we replenish, and it goes over here. All right. All right. Since I did that, I get to play yet another card. Since I have 2 twigs and a resin, I'll play this farm. And I'll pay the resources, and since I played a green card, I get the specified resources, so I get a berry. All right, so I played a card. Rugworth gets yet another card. Oh, it's getting dangerously close. So maybe this is a good time to pass into the last season. Yeah, I think that would be wise. So we prepare for autumn. So I get 2 workers. 1, 2. Put them over here now. So all my workers come back. I have a total of 6 workers for the last round. Rugworth also gets 2 workers. They're put like so. And this one actually goes to this location. Now I haven't talked about, this is the journey track. So here in the autumn specifically, you are able to discard a number of cards, and depending on how many cards you discard, you get to place one of your workers on one of these spots here. All right, and this moves to the berry position. And lastly, we will check if Rugworth is eligible for any of the basic events here, and I don't think he is. He has really focused on the green cards here, so he doesn't have a number equal to 3 or higher in order to achieve any of the other events. So nothing happens on that front. All right, now since we're going into autumn, once again I get to activate all my green cards here. So starting with the teacher, I may draw 2 cards, keep 1 and give the other 2 an opponent. Now I have 6 cards in my hand, so I may draw up to my hand limit. We have a fairgrounds and a resin refinery. I think I will give this to my opponent. Now I will not physically give it to Rugworth, but I will actually just discard it. Okay, moving on to the next green card, the Storehouse. I may place either 3 twigs, 2 resin, 1 pebble, or 2 berries. I think since, you know what, yeah, so I'll put a pebble there, see if it will ever be of use. Hopefully it will. Okay, moving on to this one. You may pay up to 3 twigs to gain 1 point each. Now I don't have any twigs right now, so that doesn't help me. Moving on to this one, you may pay up to 2 resources to gain an equal amount of resources. I might exchange this for a pebble. Is that wise? I don't know. But we'll do that. Okay. And lastly, I'll gain a berry. All right. So that was preparing for autumn, and we are now ready to play the last round. All right, so what to do? I have 3 more spots left in my city before it is full. So the Evertree would give me right now a total of 1, 2, 3, so 8 points, and the Palace gives me 4 points plus 1 point for each unique construction in my city. Right now I have 1, 2, that would be 3 in total, so that would be a total of 7 points. So perhaps I should aim for trying to build the Evertree. The Evertree also lets me build any critter of my choice into my city. So that would be nice. I know that I will need a lot of everything, so I'll go here first, getting 3 wood. Follow that up with, I should go here first of all, get another pebble. Just make sure I have everything. So I need 1 more pebble, a lot of resin. We should first just get the resources we need. So let's go here, or rather here. Another twig, 2 resin. So I'll go here again for 2 resin. And I think I should just go here, get a pebble, and draw up to my hand limit, which is only 1 more card. Okay, so I have everything I need now to build the Evertree, so I will do that. So I'll play this card for 3 pebbles, 3 twigs, and 3 resin. And since I built a card, Rugworth will also play a card. He will take the 4th card here, and 1 of those, and we replenish, and it's back to me. Now, since I built the Evertree, I get to build any critter for free. is nothing fancy here. I could put this one into my opponent's city. That would give him -2 victory points at the end of the game. So I'll play this fool into my opponent's city. Now using this ever tree, so it will be for free. So I'm adding it right here. And as I'm doing that, since I played a card, he also gets to play a card, number 6. We'll take this ranger here. We'll put it like so. And that is it for his turn. We got a husband. All right. So I want to use my last worker in an efficient manner. Now, I could play it here, discard 5 of my cards to receive 5 points. Now, that's not a bad move by any means. It's just kind of boring, I guess. But that might be my best option right now, ending this game that way. But first, I will play this husband, because it will give me 2 points at the end of the game. So I'll add him, and since I have the farm here, I'll do it for free, adding that to remind me of that. We replenish, and Rugworth will also get a card, as usual, a green one, and we replenish. Alright, now I got a few resources left here, and a worker. Can I put these to use, or should I just call it a day and put him out here? Yes. All right. So I'll just go here, dump a number of cards, 5 cards into the discard, and I think that was the end of the game for me. I cannot do anything else. I have my resources, but unfortunately I don't think I can pay for anything with these resources. Not that I can see. So yeah, I think that ends it. So the endgame scoring will go as follows. Rugworth will receive 2 points for each card he has collected, except for the purple prosperity cards, which he will receive 3 points each. He will also receive 3 points for every basic event that he has achieved, although he's got none, as well as 3 points for all the special events that I did not manage to achieve. That is 4 of those. He will also receive 3 points for his position on the journey track here. So I will count up all the points and I will get back to you shortly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the scores are in and we have a clear winner. His name is Rugworth. He managed to get 52 points while I only got 46. So congratulations to Rugworth. There you have it. That was the solo experience of Everdell. Now, many of the mechanics that you have seen here today, they also apply to the multiplayer game, with a few tweaks, of course. But if you have any questions, any comments whatsoever, please leave those in the comment section below. And I hope this video was helpful and enjoyable for you. Now, see you in the next one.